Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Soldier Field. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's Ken Walker, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Bears defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're going to look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First carry for DeAndre Swift, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Here's Williams. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some. And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw once more, here's Williams. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Swift going to try up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Play action. Now Williams. He's got a man. Complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, 71 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. It gets this complete to Shaheed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And that's Grady Jarrett, who forced his way through to register the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Seahawks. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect set. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They run with a 4th-round pick, Roschon Johnson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Now they'll change things up. On second down, here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Montez Sweat with a tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd and 11. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On play action, here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Throwing is Williams. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air, Williams. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. A good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Williams. Buying time to his left. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over.
And throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now they'll change things around before the snap. it looks like he'll throw here. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw is Williams. Able to shake him off. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Jalen Johnson blitzing from the secondary and picking up the sack. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 7. To throw, it's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st down, here's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This 2nd and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays.